Oh, I've got my light on. Can't you just see how bright my screen is now? It's bad, isn't it? You just think about how much blue light you actually see. All you see is blue? Oh, all you see is red? All right, let me move Facebook. Where's Nat? Oh my goodness. Cousin is back. You were out from underwater. No more hurricane for Mr. Cousin. Welcome back. Welcome back, brother. Joseph, Max, how are y'all doing? How is it going tonight? Who traded the UCAD news, or the CAD news, I'm sorry. Who trades New York? I'm trying to get onto that New York life. I'm just typing some. I don't understand that post. Always, brother. Always. Yes. Alright, guys. I will be right back. Just got the link sent out to everybody. Responded to a couple of messages. I'm going to go grab some water, and I will be right back. There ain't no reason to be nervous. I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Woo! Did anybody trade? Let me check the chat here. Who do we got? Tyson? Tyson, are you on the beach right now? Are you literally at that beach right now on the stream? Because if you are, I'm going to get upset because I'm not there. And that's not cool. Because where you just were is somewhere I would just love to be. I think that would be so awesome where you are. Tyson just did a Facebook live stream. It was really, really awesome. Always giving himself positive. Oh no, okay, you're at the gym. All right, I'm not jealous anymore. Even though that's wherever you just were is just a little walk away from you. What's the safest pair right now? AUD USD. Really liking AUSD, AD or AU right now. Still many people without power. I'm thankful, cousin. Wow, man, that's really not good to hear. I hate that, but I'm glad that you are back, cousin. I hope that you are ready. You're not going off one phone battery charge or whatever you were doing at that point. Alicia, hi. Oh, look, he has his wang out. What? It's literally miraculous that I have internet service. Cousin, do your neighbors have power? Does everybody have power? It's 11:10, guys. Well, give me 1 second. Uh, what? All right. So I don't have like any miraculous, amazing thing to look at today, but we can look at that for at least for a couple minutes. What is up, Samuel? Ben, how are you doing? Nathan, all of you guys, man. Thank you all for being here on time. Guys, I think that we can go over a lot of good stuff tonight. Make sure that you guys that you have your things written down. Any questions that you've had, is there anything that you want to look at? Is there anything you would like to discuss? If so, write it down so that you can bring it up later. And if you can't chat in the chat, then make sure that you have an account so you can. So you can participate in the classroom. Yeah, AU for the sell. Already did sell it a little while ago. Not a little while ago. It's been a little while. That's not real. 10,000 still in the dark, and that's homes in my county. Florida got nailed. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Well, Luis, I'm glad you're here, cousin. I really am, man. It's good to see you. It's good to see you back around, brother. Bum 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 bum. All right. So what do we got going on today? We are going to start, as always, as you guys already know. So for the peeps that already know, you already know what to start doing. And I am going to be reading the third scroll out of The Greatest Salesman in the World. That is going to be the one that we're going to be reading today. So we're going to go ahead and, yes, yes, Tyson, you didn't even let me get to it yet. It is very, very good. The UC news that you had, or the UC call that you had, Tyson. I was gonna give you the shout out, brother. I was gonna give it to you. Love that logo more every time I see it. What logo? Oh, yes. Oh, I know. Oh, I know, Chance. I love it too, brother. All right, guys. So let's start this off the right way. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'm feeling the energy right now. Tyson, you've got me just right there with it, brother. Thank you so much. So, all right, guys. With that being said, open up the lungs, open up the veins, get the blood flowing. Loosen up. If you've been sitting at your computer for a while, get some stretches in. I know, like, unless you're out and about like Tyson is right now, then, then you probably don't have to. But if not, wake your body up, wake your, telling yourself that it's time to get into that mode, get into what you need to be doing. So I'm doing mine right now. All right, guys, with your eyes closed and as you continue your breathing, I just want you to listen to what I have to say. First, I just want to thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you for helping co-create the experience that we're all about to share tonight. I hope that some good biases get passed around, maybe some, good affirmations for people. Maybe what I'm about to read in The Greatest Salesman in the World is something that you need to hear, something that you've been needing to hear. Maybe if this is going to be your first time hearing it, or the 17th time that you've heard it, but that's when it has to click for you, just the more times that you do it. Broken record style repetition, just replacing old habits with new habits, because that's really the only way to defeat the things that are holding you back right now. You just have to replace them with something new, because we are creatures of habits. So even for the people who have been coming in nonstop, you understand, guys, now at this point it's habitual for you to be on at this time, just because you've been here so many times, and that you're actually gaining value from that. And that tells me that what we are doing here is right. Not what I'm doing is right, but what we as a community are doing is right, and we're moving into the right direction. We're not talking about BS, and we're not, wasting our time doing just, stuff that isn't irrelevant, or stuff that's not relevant to what we have going on. So I cannot thank you guys for doing that, for being here enough. It's always, 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 always my pleasure. It's not, your guys do not thank me. It is a pleasure for me to be on here, a pleasure for me to be the one that has to, that gets to do this with you guys. And I'm going to have a little special guest on here tonight. He's not up here right now, but it's all right, guys. Go ahead and open your eyes. One more big deep breath in. Hello from Australia, Shane. Shane, is it? I don't know if this is your first time, brother, but all the way out in Australia, man. We always have a lot. All of you boys out there in IWC, man. I thank you all so much for who you guys are as a collective. You guys are amazing. Nothing but value, nothing but positive energy, just positive vibes. Like, I don't believe that there is negative vibrations in Australia, just probably based off geography. Like, wait, what is the plural word for geography? Geographically, wherever you are. Are you filming me? Okay, next time I won't ask. How do I send you similar images to that logo? On Facebook. I'm sorry I didn't see your thing. I'm sorry I didn't see your question, but yeah, you can just hit me up on Facebook, brother. All right, so guys, we're gonna go ahead and kick things off. We're gonna start with the third chapter, the third scroll from The Greatest Salesman in the World. Remember, these are positive affirmations. These are words that you need to hear on a daily basis, just drilling it into your mind, because you've already been programmed to think a certain way for so long. Your parents were trained to think a certain way for so long. So the idea is that we need to get out of that and then that. So we need to move into that next transition. So here we go. The scroll Mark 3. Give me 1 second though, because what I'm listening. Okay. I will persist until I succeed. In the Orient, young bulls are tested for the fight arena in a certain manner. Each is brought to the ring and allowed to attack a picador who pricks them with the lance. The bravery of each bull is then rated with care according to the number of times he demonstrates his willingness to charge in spite of the sting of the blade. Henceforth will I recognize that each day I am tested by life in a like manner. If I persist, I will continue to try. If I continue to charge forward, I will succeed. I will persist until I succeed. I was not delivered unto this world in defeat, nor does failure course in my veins. I am not a sheep waiting to be prodded by my shepherd. I am a lion, and I refuse to talk, to walk, to sleep with the sheep. I will hear not those who weep and complain, for their disease is contagious. Let them join the sheep. The slaughterhouse of failure is not my destiny. I will persist until I succeed. The prizes of life are at the end of each journey, not near the beginning, and it is not given to me to know how many steps are necessary in order to reach my goal. Failure I might still encounter at the 1,000th step, yet success hides behind the next bend in the road. Never will I know how close it lies unless I turn the corner. Always will I take another step. If that is of no avail, I will take another, and yet another. In truth, one step at a time is not too difficult. I will persist until I succeed. Henceforth, I will consider each day's effort as but one blow of my blade against a mighty oak. The first blow may cause not a tremor in the wood, nor the second, nor the third. Each blow of itself may be trifling and seems of no consequence, yet from childish swipes the oak will eventually tumble. So it will be with my efforts of today. I will be likened to the raindrop which washes away from the mountain, the ant who devours a tiger, the star which brightens the earth, the slave who builds a pyramid. I will build my castle one brick at a time, for I know that the small attempts, repeated, will complete any undertaking. I will persist until I succeed. I will never consider defeat, and I will remove from my vocabulary such words and phrases as quit, cannot, unable, impossible, out of the question, improbable, failure, unworkable, hopeless, and retreat. For they are the words of fools. I will avoid despair, but if this disease of the mind should infect me, then I will work on in despair. I will toil and I will endure. I will ignore the obstacles at my feet and keep mine eyes on the prize above my head, for I know where dry desert ends, green grass grows. I will persist until I succeed. I will remember the ancient law of averages, and I will bend it to my good. I will persist with the knowledge that each failure to sell will increase my chance for success at the next attempt. I'm sorry. Each and every one I hear will bring me closer to the sound of yeah. Each frown I meet only prepares me for the smile to come. Each misfortune I encounter will carry in it the seed of tomorrow's good luck. I must have the night to appreciate the day. I must fail often to succeed only once. I will persist until I succeed. I will try and try and try again. Each obstacle I will consider as a mere detour to my goal and a challenge to my profession. I will persist and develop my skills as the mariner develops his. By learning to ride out the wrath of each storm, I will persist until I succeed. Henceforth, I will learn and apply another secret of those who excel in my work. When each day is ended, not regarding whether it has been a success or a failure, I will attempt to achieve one more sail. When my thoughts beckon my tired body homeward, I will resist the temptation to depart. I will try again. I will make one more attempt to close with victory, and if that fails, I will make another. Never will I allow any day to end with a failure. Thus, I will plant the seed of tomorrow's success and gain an insurmountable advantage over those who seize their labor at a prescribed time. When others cease their struggle, then mine will begin, and my harvest will be full. I will persist until I succeed. Nor will I allow yesterday's success to lull me into today's complacency, for this is the great foundation of failure. I will forget the happenings of the day that it is gone, whether they were good or bad, and greet the new sun with confidence that this will be the best day of my life. So long as there is breath in me, The long will, I persist. For now, I know one of the greatest principles of success. If I persist long enough, I will win. I will persist. I will win. So guys, the greatest salesman in the world, scroll Mark 3, the third scroll that you're supposed to be reading 3 times a day with the logo, or I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I just read the chat, but give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I will say, wealthy Alan, I'll send you to it, brother. I can, I will, I must. Chance, you were there. You were there with that with the beast, Matt, dude. That was that honestly, I will never forget that speech for the rest of my life. Like honestly, Matt did really like burn that into my mind. With that, I was sitting front row that day. I will never forget that day ever. It was an incredible day, but exactly what he did when he was on stage and what the greatest salesman talks about, why it says I will persist until I succeed, because if your subconscious believes that, then your actual conscious mind will move into the direction of whatever it takes to persist. You will read Eric Thomas's speech, Samuel, of course. Very, 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 very good information in that book, and that's why we read it, guys. I know that we have a couple of new people in here, and that's why I just wanted to tell you that we read a scroll from the greatest salesman in the world. And if you do not know what that book is, or you have not read it, you must go get it. This book was $7.99 brand new. I went to a half price books over by my house. They have 9 copies for $3 a piece. One of the smallest investments you can ever make that can ultimately change your life completely. The book does not cost anything, and I strongly, strongly recommend that. Look how tiny this little book is. Like, it fits in my back pocket. That's why, I mean, this book goes with me anywhere. That's why it sits right here. I mean, it does not move. I even have it sitting right here in front of my computer, and it just sits here because it's just a reminder. And it, you know, the letters are real red and stuff, so whenever I see the words now, the greatest salesman in the world, I think of all of the stuff that this book has already taught me so far. And I love it. I really do love what this book can give you. I always give it up to my boy Christian Vargas, man. He was the one who showed me the book, and I've loved it ever since. It's not the book that will just, it's not like Outwitting the Devil to me, but it's that book that you just have to read every day, like that Bible. Like if you want to be a salesman in anything, a product or service idea, well, what do you have to be? The greatest at it. You have to strive to be the greatest that you can possibly be, and that's what those 10 scrolls are for. I'm not going to stick on it anymore. I talk too much. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and look at news. Blech, boring. Boring, boring, boring. All right, so 1 a.m. to 1:30, we got a little bit of Japan news, Euro news, and then that is it until 7:45 a.m. my time, which is what, 6 hours? No, it's more than that. It's like 8 hours away. So 8 hours from now is when we're actually going to get the first release. Let me have some grapes. That's going to be the time that we're actually going to see anything happening. But New York, by the way, did anybody trade New York this morning? Did anybody trade that CAD news that we see right here? Right here. The Bank of Canada rate statement and the overnight rate, really good push up, and I give that all to Tyson. That was incredible. Tyson was the one who showed me and gave me the heads up for that idea. I was already in an AU sell, but when he pointed out UCAD, I mean literally 5 minutes later, it was way up in profit, like 40 pips up each in profit on each of my lots, or each of my trades. It was awesome. Tyson, all you, brother, all you. Tyson Kane is a boss. By the way, I sent you my email so we can become accountability partners with Headspace. I'm 200% down to do that, Tyson. I do not care if we're 14 hours apart. It means nothing to me. All right, so besides that, U.S. The New York session will be it'll be better, I guess. At 8:30, we're getting a lot of news releases. Canada, Euro, and USD. So this New York session is going to get a little crazy right at 8:30. That's like 8 hours from now, 9 hours from now, whatever it is. It is it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see. We got a couple of red folders. You got a little bit of Euro news coming out right before that, so that's already that's good. Tyson, you already sent me the request. Bet. I didn't. I don't know. I don't. I didn't. I don't think I guess I missed it. I guess I missed it. My bad. But yeah, I'll check my email after this, and then we'll start doing that like immediately. So that's cool. So yeah, guys, nothing really going on with London tonight in terms of news. It should just be like a pretty normal, volatile London. Nothing that's going to command the pair. Really, we're gonna get this news in about 2 hours, like this 1 a.m. Japan and this 1:30 Euro. But like I said, don't expect like anything from it. And then 6 hours later. So. Check my Facey inbox. My Facey. All right. I'm in my Facey inbox. Dang, Zach caught 250 pips. Miguel, thank you so much, bro. I checked it. Oh wait. No. Let me see. Did you send me a friend request? Is that what it was, Shane? Because I'm not seeing it. But anyways, yeah, guys, we're gonna go ahead and move off the news. We're not really looking at anything crazy. So if you're not trading New York, this isn't a day that you're really gonna have to worry about. So awesome. All right, so what are we gonna do? All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about UCAD first, and UCAD was the pair that Tyson had showed me. And see, in Tyson, this is what I was talking about. I already had my daily, and I had this trend line here. And when I was looking at it, this line, I've had this line on here forever. Like, yeah, it's a day, it's day old. Yeah, it's down here to from that lowest low. Actually, it goes lower than that, doesn't it? Yeah, see, look how far. That's how like long. That's how long I've had that trend line, and that trend line was respected extremely well, and that's what ended up happening, and then it just bounced off of it just extremely nicely, and this one as well. Like as these two kind of crossed and lined, it was a lot. It was just really really good. It was just really really good to see that happening, and then with that upside movement, very very good. And you can see where it ended up stopping, and this is where this is why I was saying Tyson, when I said it earlier, I was like, man, it might be time to sell it because it was respecting that. I didn't sell it though, but it's okay. It's all good. Yeah, but from my buddy Alan. Um, I'm not seeing it, brother. Unless he just posted something on my wall. I didn't look at that. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. It's okay. But anyways, yeah, that's where I was really thinking that it was going to respect, and it did. It did push out above it, but really really did come back into this little area right here, doing well, trending back into this area where it is right now. Like honestly, this has been that pretty much just just caps it out that this is a phase in itself right now, that we're looking at phase one. This is definitely phase two, and so what we're looking at now on UC is the next move of what we think is going to be happening. So are we going to get a price direction shift, or are we going to see price continue to move down into the direction on UC and continue, and then come here and then start, then start actually turning around, giving the dollar a little bit more power uh, than where it's at right now. So that's what I'm thinking on UC is I'd like to see it continue with the trend. We don't have 3 levels of drop yet. Oh wait, do we? Yeah, we do. We do. So since we do, it might be that could be that this could be the momentum direction. With this news pushing it up, it could be the direction shift, or what it could be, and what I'm thinking what I would like to see is here. I see how everybody else likes to do it, so I'll do it that way. So I like to see a push, something like this, and then come back down into this level, or it might come down a little bit to this area right here, and then once it does, continuing up to the upside, maybe retesting, and then doing that, and then really starting to continue up and off and away. But I prefer the downside. Yo, my sell on AJ is moving. I have AJ open. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And look at that. It's respecting my area very well, Tyson. That thing took off, man. As a matter of fact, hold on. Give me a second. I'm sorry, guys. I don't ever eat on the stream, but grapes are really good. I love grapes. Oh my goodness, yeah. I'm on a 0.5 right now. I'm up 50 pips on that. I'm taking it right now. I'm well past my pip goal on that. Wow, that is awesome. I got in. My entry on AJ was, and I was negative for a while too. 78016, which is like right there. So I just took that profit. I sure did. I sure did. Yeah, I was on a 0.5. That was, or not a 0.5, a point. Oh no, that was a 0.5. I was not up 50 pips. I'm sorry. That was, what's 27 divided by 5? 25, like 13 pips. Yeah. So I was well past my goal on AJ. Well past that, and that's awesome. Cool beans. And that was respecting really well. I was wanting it to respect on this right here as it did. Let me see. Oh, no. I'm talking about NZDJPY. I was looking for it to respect that. GTA Gamer, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I don't even ever ask. Yo, guys, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Like, I don't ever, I don't ever ask people to do that. But if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I never really think about that. Have to pick up the kids from school? No worries, brother. Oh, my phone fell. USD CAD showing a gap on the MetaTrader 4. What do you mean? Where? Where is it showing the gap at, Yessie? I don't see it. The scanner shows a gap too? I don't know why. Where? I'm not on mobile, obviously, but not sure. Yeah, when news hit. Oh, so this? Huh. On my app. All right, so yeah, when news hit. Okay, so odd USD. I'm not really sure why, but that's odd. On TradingView, there's no gap either. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for on USD CAD right now, just to continue up, or I'm sorry, continue down, continue to make the push down. This was news. This was a fundamental. This isn't technical. So you're gonna have the technicals kind of respecting it for a while, or I mean, or that was it, or that was the direction shift for this total drop of, that's a lot of pips, 273, but it also did come back and remake already about 85 of that one push. So it's still almost down about 200 pips respecting that level. So very good stuff. You sent me a screenshot of it. Oh wow, so that's so cool. So you have the PDF for the greatest salesman in the world. That's so awesome that you just gave that to me. I'm so adding that. Thank you so much, Ronaldo. Brock, no worries, bro. So Chance. So this is the gap that they're showing on, hey, on your mobile, is there a gap on UC? I don't have a gap on mine. Yeah, I don't. Mine shows it all the way up. That's odd. It's all the same exact thing too. It's just that there's a, I don't know why that's there, but do not, if anybody has a gap on their phone or a gap on their trading view, do not, it's not a gap. Yeah, if there was a gap, it quite possibly could have just been your broker spread and the market moved faster than they did. That could be it as well, but it's not real. That's not a real gap. So don't trade into that gap just because it's there. Yes, Ronaldo, that is the real book. Yes, 100%. I just kind of scrolled through it for a second just to check for whatever reason, and it was. Okay, so there's that. All right. All right, so that's UC, and we're gonna see a little bit. So if you want to get back to a little bit of the relevancies, remember that New York is going to be acting up versus London. This is going to be a pretty basic session. Not basic, but just not anything too crazy. 1.28274. 1.28274 for the low. And then for the high, it would be back at the tapping that it has been doing, about 40 pips up from where price is. That's 1.290. 1.29047 for the high. Now remember to regard that if you're going to be trading UC, that's kind of like where you should be looking for the next kind of relevant price zones. Jordan was showing me zigzags, but in a different template. So I guess it's just like helping you to draw fib lines. So we'll look at a fib line. Let me make sure that my template is still correct. 1 and 2, a deviation of 1 and a depth of 2. I asked him why. I don't, he doesn't know why. It's just like the number that's in his head. So we're going to go from the low to the high, or the high to the low. And see, not to no surprise for me, I knew that this was an area that this would be a fib place, and it just respected it immensely. So putting the fib on there was kind of pointless. I knew that that was a level, but still good to know, still relevant 100%. Respecting it really good. That's why I'm saying if we're going to see a tap to the upside on UC, that it should be there should be a retest. There has to be a retest on that level. That gap was created from ISM non-factoring PMI news on Tuesday. Saw it happen before my eyes. Yeah, it's weird. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why that happened, but it's all good. So you see, I still want to see that downside push. So that's where I'm at with it right now. And if it does start to break down, I'm also going to be looking at this price level, because if it breaks through that little tiny little highs that these two little mountains created, 1.2 for sell stop, 1.28509. Okay. Alrighty. So I mean, we're not gonna stick on UC anymore. Tyson, once again, brother, amazing, amazing, amazing. All right. So that is UC. We'll leave that one alone. I'm going to toss it over here. Actually, I'm just going to close it out because they're all just going to crash anyways. Euro USD coming back for another tap on the top. I'm looking at the 15-minute right now. Switch back to the hour. Still trending into this little phase that we have going on right here. It's only about 9 pips down from this little tap that it's been doing over and over and over. That was the NFP high. It's literally just gotten right back to the NFP high that it was at, and it's just been battling. EU has been I've been keeping my eye on EU. I normally don't like EU, but I don't know. I'm giving it a shot, I guess. Every once in a while I do that. Of course, Jesse. All right, so EU, um I mean, let's see what we got here. You look out on the hour and let me reconsolidate what these phases are. Let me just redo them and look at what we got. All right, so make them a lot smaller. Let's attack it to be, to be smaller. So this would be one right there. As you can see, we had a little deviation out. A-okay. All right, and then now you have the top that was created, and then the low. And so this one kind of just trended for a while and then finally broke out. And then, then you had this price move up here, that high that was created just like that. And then the low, it tapped to the low side again. And then, as we continue to move on, huge, and that was NFP. So that's what you're looking at right here. This is why the technical analysis doesn't work out as well, because this is a fundamental candlestick right here. Anyways, continuing on, there would be another one, a tap down to the downside, a tap back up to the upside. It does break out for a little bit, then comes crashing back in. And then starts to, obviously, you can see that it respects a little bit of that technical analysis that we got going on. If you wanted to, you could even still push this phase out. Oh, there it goes. I somehow just knew it. I manifested it. That's why. But anyways, that was right here. I was just saying that if you wanted to identify that whole phase, instead of making it as big as this one is right here, you can make it about that big, or that big right there. Seeing how it's been trending up and down. Awesome, awesome, possum. This is on the hour, or I'm sorry, the 15-minute. This is on the hour, so that's what it looks like. Does respect that trend line really well. I mean, you always got to have a little bit more going on. You need to have more confluence, and then it just, obviously just takes off to the upside. And now here we are with another tap, another level. And this is where the highest is right now. And then even if I wanted to adjust it a little bit and continue it, that would be a little bit better, because those are just candle wicks. But even still, we're trending into this little area right now. But EU naturally is just going to make moves. You can just see the moves that have been made. So we're probably gearing up for another big move that's going to be happening. And so we're going to look for a little bit more text to see what we got. So let me throw that zigzag on so I can all right, so All right. I'm looking to see where it makes the most sense. All right, so EU is kind of a bit up over this little, line that it's got going for itself. So it's a bit out. So what it's kind of projecting right now is it going to respect that point 0.5, and on EU a notable place that's probably worth considering is this price level 1.12447. 1.12447. That's kind of right there in the zone. The low that everybody needs to be paying attention to would be 1.12259, and the high to pay attention to would be a little, pretty much essentially where it's at right now, but I'm feeling like it's going to break out anyways, so I'm not so concerned about this high because I don't think it's going to retap again. 1.12571. EU. Okay, so that's EU. So I'm still wanting to see this projection of, maybe an upside movement with a downside retracement to the upside movement. All right. Oh my goodness. What pair was I just on? EU. Where is EU at? Oh, right here. Okay. So the other ones had crashed. Awesome. Oh snap. Mike, you need a t-shirt that says all snap. That was okay. All snap, namaste. Yeah, I say that stuff a word. I say that a lot. All right, so what? What? Click on his name. Go to his other picture. Hold on 1 second. We're just completely sidetracked it onto something else. Can you please click another picture? Okay. All right. So that's EU, guys. That's where I'm thinking, and I would like to see the upside movement on EU. Let the dollar, not that the dollar is going to get hurt versus, what my projection was on UC. I want to see the UC to go down, I believe, right? Yeah, UC was the move that I was thinking that was going to happen, coming down to top to that downside. So EU, that's what I'm thinking on EU. No. Let's go to AU because everybody's talking about it. All right. AU up at top again. And what are we looking at right now? You guys can see that we have this. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Uh, let me see if we can go down even to the wick. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, we'll stay just like that. And then I'll hop back down to the hour. So that's kind of like what we're getting right now. AUD USD is really, really in that zone right now. No matter what time scale you're looking at, very, very good, very, very high potential for that downside movement. I sold it here, and got a really good entry. So AU is just going to definitely be a pair that we are, like, this whole house is going to be watching tonight. And so what, obviously, as we can see, guys, I'll just go ahead and put this one out just like this. And then that would be the phase that it would be in right now. This itself would be a tiny little phase, that all that kind of stuff. But I'm not going to draw those right now. This is what's relevant. So the low to consider would be what it's been for a while. The low to watch is 0.76504, and the high would be the back to the highs that it's been at 0.76922, 0.76922. And I'm going to have some sell stops in. I'm going to have some sell stops because I want to see this downside push happening. It's been consolidating for a while, but always remember that there is that chance of, yo, everybody else is going to be selling it as well. So what does that mean? A bear? Yeah, yes, there is. Why? Yes, there is. I mean, you can see it. I know you can see it. Yes, see, it's like that. 100%. Hundo Pacento. I really want to see the downside push. Do you still think AU is going to fall? Unless the euro commands euro odd to fall. Yeah. Yep. So you're looking for EA to drop, but so then that would mean that AU would rise. So you're saying that AU might rise just based off of EU's projections because of just the balance that the market takes. So that's a good way to consider the market as well. My li- my buy limits on GA and GJ hit. Your buy limits looking good so far. Let me hop down to the hour. Oh, okay. All right. Yes, yeah, I see you. I see you with those. I see you with that candlestick entry. That has to be a candlewick entry unless you're in right now, but that's awesome. Lucas, what is going on, brother? Welcome. All right. So, we're not looking at AU, right, or not looking at GJ. So on AU, guys, I'm really paying attention to this area right here where it's at 0.76882. 0.76882 for AU. And yeah, I'm going to be sell stopping it. And where would I put my sell stop? Probably at the next little lowest low if it's going to break out of this area. 0.76518. All right. And then just in case to like really inversely look at everything, what if AU is going to rise? So if AU were to rise, let me throw one of those zigzags, one of them zigzags on, just to see where I would draw what it thinks I should draw my thing for. Coming where? AM? AM? You're not going to come back at 5 AM. You didn't come back on an NFP? Vesper. Chill, fam. All right. Let me see. So now, looking at it inversely, now I'm trying to convince myself that AU is going to have a complete rise up, that it's just going to continue with the trend. The trend is your friend kind of thing, and it has been moving up for a while. So, it is respecting a couple of areas right now as well. So, I mean, that's worth considering to look at. Let me change these off yellow. bothering me. Okay. So what are we looking at right now? So if we're going to try to convince ourselves that AU is going to skyrocket because everybody's selling, that's what I'm... okay, so... And you see, even AU is kind of respecting that area. That's the point. That's the .618 as well on AU, like exactly where it is right now. So I mean, guys, there's a lot of confluence that this thing might even rise too. I mean, you can convince yourself of any. You can convince yourself of either way. If I wanted to get crazy with it here and draw... I mean, you got that one right there. That one's not so helpful. Looking at where it all respects, not really anything awesome to see there. Okay. No, I won't be looking there either. So the tread lines are kind of sloppy on it, at least the way I would be drawing them right now. I'm looking for, we've got a lot of levels of rise. We got a lot, I mean, there's a lot of projections that, you know, where you're going to see a downside push too. Remember, I'm inversely trying to explain why it might even go up, because that's something that you always got to consider as well, that you don't want to be on the wrong side of the trade, obviously. So why it would continue to go up, I mean, it does definitely have higher levels that it can go to and retest and, you know, rebattle it again. It is about... It's 14 pips away from the last high. It is 42 pips away from the previous high, and then 70 pips above that previous high, and then 80 pips past that previous high. So for the last four highs that it has created, it is, you know, obviously they're substantially higher. So it does have a lot of room for it to grow. Just looked at my FX book, 80% shorts and 20% buys. Yo, where did you see that on my Alan, where did you see that at? When you go to my FX book, there's a way. By the way, guys, I haven't talked about that in a while. So, guys, if you don't have a my FX book, this website, you need to have this down. You need to have this linked up to yourself. This is a good thing to remember to write down. By the way, give me 1 second. I'm going to write that down. Okay. So we're good. We're back. We're back on that community outlook. There we go. All right. So AUD USD. Look at that. Yep. So what do we got? We've got 80% people are shorting it. Yo. So did y'all guys know? Justin, look at this. You can go to my FX book and see how many more are selling and how many more are buying a pair. Swear. Yeah. So look at how many people are trying to short AU right now. And that's exactly why. But and when they look at this, they're like, man, that's just money. Everybody's buying AUD NZD, so what might happen? They're just gonna short everybody out, get all of that money, and then continue to the upside. That's sentimental. That's that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at AU and I'm convincing myself, like, bro, we've got more levels of rise that could theoretically happen. It can just continue with this trend. It's after this consolidation and just keep blasting up, keep going. That's 40 pips. That's 70. Oh yeah, it is. No, yeah, because and I agree with the sell. I'm inversely trying to convince myself, and yeah, I'm looking at both sides. Yeah, everybody is selling.
levels on the push up. 1, 2, 3. This might potentially even be the third one.
Yes, and then in reversing. Yeah, and then the midweek
midweek
reversal as well.
Yep.
That's why a lot of people are in this right now for that AU sell. If you look at the daily on AU, I can see it forming a higher peak.
You got a lot of strong trend lines too.
So on there is, you know, with that, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It is respecting that zone. If you hop down to the 4-hour, it has respected this as and it's already away from it. Are we going to see that push down? Are we going to see that blast down? We will see with this London tonight, guys. You want to pay attention to what AU's doing and where do we think that it's going to be. Eddie taught the only reason for us to use FX book. What is this? So good. It's so good. The first night, yo, horchata, guys, real quick. I'm sorry to tangent off here, but horchata is the best drink that has come from that culture and from the people who created horchata. It is the best thing that they have ever given me. QT sells it in, you know, like in coffee cups or whatever, but it's frozen, but it's just so good. I cannot stop eating it or drinking it or whatever. It's just amazing. All right, guys. So we're not going to stick on AU anymore. We've looked at the upside. We looked at the downside. Remember to always kind of do that stuff, that what you were looking for, what you're trying to see is what are the bigger moves being made. And, you know, even looking and considering what everybody else is doing in AUD USD right now. This is your definition of your sentimental analysis is on AUD USD. And there's, all right, so there's 13,000 positions. All right, yo, Justin. So there's 13,000 positions on a sell, and the total amount of volume in lots are 2,874 lots. Like that's how many lots are selling AU right now. No, this is my FX book. This is in as far. No, not even with the people. This is Yeah. How is this determined? All right, bet. How is this determined? Funds won and funds lost. Total funds 1 billion. I'm curious. I'm curious where he gets this. Like community outlook, you know, community. You can add this to your website. What? GJ, you want to see GJ? UJ? UJ, what how many more buyers or sellers? Everybody's buying it. More are buying. Yeah, so and UJ isn't something I've looked at. So now we're going to start looking at this. I'm going to start looking at this every single day. Guess what, guys? We just added another thing that we're going to be checking out. We're going to be looking at the amount of volume. So right here you can see that there is 1,000 lots. 1,000 lots versus the long position of 2,400 lots. There's more money to be made for they on the shorting everybody outside. Does that make sense? Everybody that has their account connected is just put together by FX Book. So it's not everybody, it's just a bigger majority of people, or you know, a lot of people. I wouldn't say majority, but a lot of people, this is what they are thinking. Yeah. I don't know why. Okay, only people that use FX Book. That stuff didn't work for AUD NZD. AUD NZD. I don't ever look at that pair. Jessica, what do you why would it not work? I'm just curious. 31% of people are trading Euro USD, 20% are trading GUs, 13% are trading UJ, and as you get lower and lower, 0% of people are trading this. 2% trade Euro NZD and then up. That's crazy. Wealthy, so you usually go by what the majority of people are doing or against. And Wealthy's name is Alan, by the way. That's Alan from the Houston Trade House. Miss you, bro. You gotta come back up here. All right, so now let's look at UJ. We've got our, we've got our direction sense for AU, what we think. Remember, I still think that we are going to see a downside push, but the upside movement does make sense as well. All right, so UJ. All right, so this is on UJ, and this is what I was talking about, how I was respecting my trend line. It was doing well. This is what I was trying to tell Tyson earlier. I was stuck on AJ, I think, but it's still really good to see it respect that zone really, really well. And as it's, with a little bit more confluence levels going in there with it, you can see that it's kind of forming this little bit of this triangle right now, as you can see, like this to this, and as it might start bouncing maybe theoretically in that or make a huge move up. Now, what were you saying? Where's not? Yeah. Oh. So on an hour, let me go ahead and throw these zigzags on just so I can get their highest low, this and that kind of thing. So see if this one gives us any good information here. Yes and no, it's not terrible. All right, not doing too bad. Or if I wanted to get it, um, have a bigger one, I would put it down to this low and then up to that top or this top, which it is would be respecting that really well. Or I come up to there, and then yeah, that's where I would want to leave it. And so that's kind of like what we're looking at right now, as it's respecting off of that would be the one that makes more sense of it kind of just trending into this little zone, not really breaking past anything, just really watching it right now. So on UJ, remember that what are most people thinking? Not most, but a lot of people, more people are buying. A lot of people are long. A lot of people are thinking that this might rise, that it's going to continue to head up, and you're saying that it might fall. Now we have, and so now is what he's saying is that we're going to have a little level of push down, maybe to come back and retest this line 101.376, and that's going to be the low that I'm going to resonate with everybody. So the low will be 101.376. The high, of course, being where the last relevant high would be, and I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that fib zone 102 on the dot. 102 on the dot would be easy to say. So 102, the lie, the low and the high. So you got that, and a small push down would make sense that it's just respecting that, and it's going to probably blast off. But then again, on the last hour, it did push down, and respected this area, so it did push up. So both sides do make sense right now. Me and some of the boys from Australia, check that out. We shorting NU anyone? NZD USD? I'm not. NZD USD. Neither. Just follow by bias. Markets always tell a story. Just read the story and figure it out. Hi, Alan. It was not accurate, really. Okay, yeah. So that, it just has to be about how many people are selling it based off linked up to one of those. All right. So that would be UJ. All right. And so looking at the little, having a buy stop probably having a buy stop at, around the range of it breaking out 101.879 is where I'm thinking, because I do want to see the upside movement for UJ as well. So we'll see how that continues to move out. We'll see. We shall see. We shall see. Let me check UCAD. Yeah, it's still on UC as well. So it's kind of respecting that upwards movement right now. Okay. Okay. Definitely pushing up right now on the hour, baby. That thing is respecting like crazy. So looking for that upside movement. We shall see if it's going to continue to create that tap down or not. So UJ, we are good on you. What size? What size? I'm on, like, remember that the way that I do these things, guys, is that I'm looking to develop the art, and that I don't need to be going in on standards right now. I'm beating at the craft point ones, point fives, point oh ones, point oh eight, point eights, that kind of stuff. It just, and it also depends on your account size as well. Yes, absolutely. But it's about developing yourself. It's about not trying to dominate the market immediately. It's about understanding the market and then turning it into what you need it to be as the person that you are as a person. UJ. So we're good on UJ. So we've done UC, EU, AU, UJ, and we'll do one more. Actually, no, he's teaching. All right, so we'll do GJ. We're looking at it right now. I'm looking at this right now on GJ, and what do we have going on here on the hour? We definitely see that it's kind of a little bit out of a range right now. We can make this one a little bit smaller. We can make this completely smaller in the sense of that could be that phase in itself with a little bit of breakout, probably like that. And then here we are again, making that could be the relevant high that we have going on. And this is the phase that we're seeing right now. This is what we're experiencing. We had a tap to the downside, and the low on GJ is 135391. 135391 on the low, and the high would be it would be at the top. It would be the top of this phase and the bottom of my demand zone, which would be 136.3, 136.300 on the dot. And so GJ, following in suit with everything else that we have going on, continuing the trend with what we see. Remember, UJ would be heading up, but that's looking like a little bit of the dollar that we've got pushing up right now. AU not having to worry about it. NZDJPY we don't have to worry about. By the way, we can look at GJ. What is it? Pretty much dead even right now. 47% are buying, 52% are selling, but that's just per this website. So always, remember that as well. So that could be another reason why it's just kind of consolidated, just up and down kind of thing, as it's been doing it. But the lows and the highs are in place. And if you wanted to see GJ make a downside move, if it breaks out, the 135337 for a sell stop? 135337, and then having a buy would be probably right in the middle of this zone, because if it breaks out this way too, it's going to just continue up. 136.420 buy stop, 136.420. Okay, so we are good with that. And continuing on with GJ, it is also a little bit down below the moving average right now. It's not really going to make any moves. We're going to be seeing this happening on London more specifically than others. Really respecting that right now off of it about 25 pips. I mean, that's a hell of a lot. That's, that's definitely a good size move. And came down and touched that price and instantly left. I'm kind of upset I missed that. That happened 15, 30, 45, about an hour ago. An hour ago, we missed a really, really good entry into GJ, but it's okay because there will always be more. All right, so we've done UC, EU, AU, UJ, and GJ. We've done 5 pairs tonight, so that's pretty good. I mean, I set that stuff right there. We're good on that. So, guys, what are you guys looking at, tonight? What are your biases that you've got going on? And guys, what are you seeing with your pair? That's GJ on the 15-minute. You're looking at EJ. GPY. I think my chat froze. I see GJ dropping. GJ dropping, coming down to the next level as well. And if it were to drop, if it were to break out, that's why I was saying it's going to have a level. It's going to be coming down to probably, if GJ were to fall, what would we see here? Probably about that, because that's already respected. The bottom of this phase is definitely a support. That is about 39 pips ish down, and if it were to keep going, then you're gonna double that down to 60. I'm sure that's down to 60. Oh wait, that's only 25 pips. Wait, oh, that's because I'm not going for more prices. Okay, yeah, about 50 pips. So about 50 pips is where we're seeing, yeah, where GJ could theoretically, be dropping to just another levels that it would be testing at. So I definitely see that as well, Jessica. By the way, thank you for your participation, Jessica. Awesome. I'm seeing not much moving on my pairs, waiting for the big moves in New York. Yes, definitely remember that we've got news coming out for the euro, the dollar, and Canada, all like on top of each other pretty much during the New York session tonight. We're just going to have a normal volatile London. Shouldn't be like, crazy fundamental moves, but normal London volatile moves that just happen all the time. So and Chance, I also agree with you that I think the London session is going to be really good tonight too. By the way, if guys, we've got 40 minutes before CD is going to be going online, so we're going to go ahead and close this out. We'll have you on tomorrow, and yeah, guys, so we're going to go ahead and, wrap things up for the night. Last night around midnight, my buddy Alan Pinnett spotted EU 30. Was almost the lowest it's ever been. Wait, EU? What's EU 30? Is that euro? Are you saying EU? Like is in Euro USD? 'Cause I'm not sure. Oh, well, there they go. Yeah, but that's okay. I'll be looking at it. I'm in the blue with AUD and ZD. What's up? What's up? What's up? That's what's up, Jessica. That's awesome. Good stuff right there. Love the color blue. Do not like the color red at all. I do not like this Red Bull. We have Red Bulls. I don't know why. But, guys, like I said, I hope that, that some good biases got tossed around. I hope that you guys learned a lot tonight. It's supposed to be DE30. What is DE30? DE30. I don't know what that is. You're going to buy up 16 pips right now, Jessica. That is awesome. All right, guys, so go ahead and put it down, kind of stretch your body a little bit, open your arms up, fold them, give your back a good stretch. My mistake, it was DE30. Yeah, Shane, I'm not sure what it is, though. But, all right, guys, before we talk about DE30, I'm going to go ahead and calm it down, bring it back, get the oxygen back into my body, just allow myself to be back into that resignation stage of understanding, guys, that what we did tonight is very, very powerful for everybody that was involved. First of all, guys, I want to thank you for being here tonight, for helping co-create the experience that we all shared tonight. I hope the biases went well. I hope the biases do go well. The London session tonight, we know that we're going to be able to catch these pips tonight. And if you're going to be trading New York session, that that either if you stay up or you're going to, fall asleep for a little while and then come back and then trade the New York session, that you're going to wake up energized. You're going to wake up with the right affirmations, because you will persist until you succeed. That is what we learned with Augmendino today, about making sure that everybody's staying on the right path that they know that they should be on, and that they're not, that naturally people are going to stray away from things, but it's our job to make sure that we don't, get too far from the path, that we come right back to it, because even if you're experiencing something good today, you're going to experience something bad tomorrow, and obviously vice versa as well. So always remember that there's the balance of life, the balance within life. You are balanced. Everything in your life must be in balance with each other, so that you can truly just unlock your potential with your, to the fullest capabilities of you as a person. So as we are all together breathing in synchronicity with each other all over the place. We've got people all over the world. It is just my pleasure to be here with you guys on a nightly basis. And with that being said, guys, open your eyes. Thank you all so much for tuning into the stream. Oh, the German index. I got you. I got you. All right. So with that being said, guys, thank you all so much for tuning into what we have going on tonight. You know that we will be here tomorrow, and I'm going to bring my special guest in on tomorrow as well. But, guys, if you wouldn't mind just screenshotting and putting this on social media, it would really, really mean a lot. It would help a lot, just to get it out there, just to let more people understand. And guys, that we'll be here tomorrow, same time, same place. So love you guys, and have a wonderful London session, and I'll see you on the session with CD if you're in IML. Love you guys.